Ladies and gentlemen, we found the car we've been looking for. The suspect's vehicle, the 2003 Toyota Corolla, has been located in the siphon.
Breaking news, a case of missing 4-year-old boy Juliani Cardenas.
How come we didn't find it sooner? How come we found the car today and not a week ago? These are very, very difficult conditions under which to search.
It was a migrant worker that said he saw the car go down. He saw 2 people, a man and a little boy.
Your grandmother, who you see here, was watching Juliani when her ex-boyfriend ripped the little boy from her mother's arms.
Please, I need him home. I know Juliani's telling you that he misses me and that he wants to come home, and you need to bring him home. I think that Jose might have dumped his car and somebody's helping him. He probably just dumped his car and somebody picked him up. But I'm thinking, who would do that, you know? I'm thinking it must have been a family member. Because, I mean, if you're just somebody's friend, why would you go to such great lengths to help them, you know? I'm praying that he's still alive.
We do have some breaking news out of California right now. Stanislaus County officials, California state officials, the FBI, and dive teams, including some out of Fresno, California, are right now retrieving the vehicle of Jose Rodriguez, believed to have abducted Juliani Cardenas a week ago Monday. We should know within 15 minutes to a half hour whether the little boy, Juliani, could be in that car, and we are hoping and praying for the best. Tabitha Cardenas, who is with us tonight exclusively, the mother of Juliani, take us back to the beginning. It was just a week ago Tuesday. You were getting ready for work. Jose Rodriguez came to your home initially in the early morning, right?
Yes, he did.
I'm just going to do a live shot of the canal and the team while this show is on so you could see it. This is a live shot because what they're showing on Issues is recorded earlier. This is a live shot. He's bringing in the diver, because the diver went back in again, possibly maybe to secure the cars a little bit more, but that's a live shot. It's 5:34 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, I gotta go back to Issues, because let's go back to Issues.
He didn't say anything. He just told me, he just knocked on the door, and I opened the door, and I'm like, what are you doing here? You know, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. My son's asleep. You know, I told him, you need to get out of here. And then he just, put his head down and walked away, and he didn't say nothing.
And then after that, did he go to the school?
I believe he went to the school after I had taken off to work. He waited a little while before he went to the school.
And then your mother was keeping Juliani at home because he wasn't feeling well, and he came back in the afternoon, and what played out?
Actually, he came back to my house after I had left work, and he made his way in the house and told my mom, oh, I just came to tell Juliani bye. And then my mom pushed him out of the house, and he said, bye, papas, and then he took off. But then later that day, he came back, and that's when he took him.
And he left the car in the driveway with the car doors open, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
To take little Juliani as fast as he could. We're taking your calls live, and we want to tell everybody, we're just getting some information in that the sheriff of Stanislaus County, who is with us during this show, He has stepped away right now to talk with his team. We hope he will be back. But right now he is talking with his team on the ground as that search goes on. Tamara in Texas. Hi, Tamara.
Hi, Jane.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for taking my call. Well, one of my questions was answered. This was his stepdad, right?
Yes. Yes.
And, you know, I just want to know, to say to the family, we are having a benefit tomorrow for another little boy, and tonight we will be saying prayers for them, and tomorrow. And maybe if this is, which we hope it is not, maybe this mother can feel in her heart like the little, like the mother from a little girl, 9-year-old girl in Tucson, that God needs her more than we need her.
Tabitha, as I told you, the whole country is behind you tonight, and you are going to have another baby. You are 7 months pregnant right now?
No, I'm 8 and I'm almost 9 months already.
Goodness. And this is Jose's child.
Yes, it is.
Couldn't that be another motive to not commit suicide, Tabitha? Was he looking forward to this child?
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He spent like $200 on her already. He bought her Christmas presents. I mean, you know, that's why I was like puzzled as to why he did this.
All right. To Bill Majeski, former NYPD detective, Majeski and Associates, joining us from New York. Your thoughts on the dive operation that is extremely dangerous to the divers, but it's taking place right now as we speak?
Well, you know, clearly it is a dangerous operation because there are always currents in the water. The deeper you go, the more forceful the currents become. But it appears that they have everything under control with that whole situation. And it's just a question of bringing up the cars, and hopefully, you know, the child is not in the car. And this whole situation with, you know, Jose, it seems like he's a...
I gotta put this on pause and show you the live shot. This is a vehicle coming up. I don't know if we have sound here or not. Let's see, no sound. Alright, I gotta go back to it, Nancy, just in case they talk about it. Sorry for the confusion, but
stable, and I'm sure the police have spoken to, you know, people in his life to find out what he's been doing or what he was doing those few days before the abduction took place. You know, clearly he would have shown or exhibited some kinds of signs, or perhaps even talked about the suicidal tendencies, you know, to somebody in his life.
wow.
So they may have that information and they're not sharing it.
Again, back to the live shot. It looks like there's a whole bunch of cars attached. Oh my goodness. They need to protect this canal a lot better. Higher fences, whatever. Look at all this. And then, oh. Don't fall off. Alright, I gotta go back to Nancy. Finish out this segment before I run out of time. Sorry.
The focus is on these cars at this point. But you know, hopefully that will be resolved to the point where the child is not in the car, and then they can continue their investigation. You know, our prayers are with the mother and the entire family.
Yes, they are. Let's go to the lawyers tonight. Christopher Amolsch, defense attorney, joining us tonight out of Washington, D.C., and Meg Strickler, international law attorney, joining us out of Atlanta. Christopher Amolsch, the suspect in this case, Jose Rodriguez, he has been found guilty in the past of manslaughter. So we do see that there is a violent tendency there, culminating in that felony conviction. What are your thoughts about the outcome of the dive that's taking place right now to retrieve that vehicle?
Well, as strange as it might sound, this doesn't strike me as a classic crime of violence. I mean, he didn't walk up with a gun and shoot anybody. And I'm listening to the story, and I'm going to be actually more surprised if there is anybody in the car than not. I think what probably happened is the migrant worker who reported the car missing has now got it in his head from reading all the newspaper reports that there was somebody in that car. It took him 3 days to report it, which doesn't make any sense if somebody really was in the car who matches, even if it didn't match the description, you'd call if you saw two people driving into the lake, like the canal like that. So I'll actually be more surprised if somebody is in the car than if they're not.
Meg Strickler, international law attorney, joining us out of Atlanta. Here's where I'm coming from. A conviction of manslaughter means you've killed somebody. You have that capability. If you drove into that canal with a little boy, you're going to kill him.
I'm going to disagree with my law school classmate. We went to school together. I'm going to say that there's probably going to be bodies in there. We have evidence of anger tendencies. We have evidence of alcohol issues. And I do believe we have some talk of drug issues. There must have been something that's made him just flip his top. He grabs this kid. He's saying bye-bye, and I do think he drove into the canal and to commit suicide. That's what it sounds like, and it's just an absolutely horrible story. And my heart, like everyone else, goes out for Tabitha.
All right, everybody, we wanted to let you know this dive is taking place. We are waiting for information on the retrieval of this car, if in fact Juliani may be in it. To Brian Russell, Dr. Brian Russell, forensic psychologist, joining us tonight out of Kansas City, Missouri. How does one get through moments of time like this?
Well, that question is a good question, and it kind of puts me between a rock and a hard place, because it's great that Tabitha's on with us tonight. She gives us a lot of rich information about the story, but given the news that I think is coming in the next few minutes, I think the best thing for her is to get off the camera, surround herself with her support system, exactly. Because I agree with the last guest that I think we're going to have some disappointing news here.
Yes. She needs to be surrounded by her family. Those cars. I can't tell, but I think they're still pulling them up. Over here. Yep. I know it's hard to tell, but those vehicles, or a vehicle, are now pulled out of the water.